guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I recreated Lily Rose Depp's look from the Met Gala in 2019. So I'm going to be starting a new series on here recreating celebrity makeup looks. So make sure to comment down below who you want to see next. So let's get on into it. The first thing I'm starting off with is my Tula eye balm, like I always do. After that, I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape as a base for the eyeshadow. And I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender. Next, I'm just taking this BH Cosmetics 129 to use powder, the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, to set my eye. So I have a picture on my iPad for reference on the makeup look, so I'm just gonna be copying it and telling you guys what I do. I see that she has a dark brown in her crease, so I'm going to be using my Tartelette by Tarte palette, and these are all matte shades. So I'm going to be taking the shade Wanderer to start off, and I'm using the Wet n Wild crease brush. I really like these brushes. They're super affordable and they're the softest brushes I've ever used. So I'm starting off with this as a transition shade. And I'm applying it closer to the brow bone than the crease, like that. I'm just doing it lightly. After that, I'm taking my Nars Laguna bronzer and I'm going to be applying this kind of heavily in the crease. Since it's a darker version of the other shade I just used, I'm using the same brush. Well, the same style brush, but a different new clean brush. And I'm gonna be applying more of that. As you can tell, I really like this because I'm almost out of it. And I'm gonna apply even more. Now onto the other side. And I'm trying to concentrate this shade mostly on the outer corners. After that, I'm going back into my Tartelette palette for a darker shade. I'm going to be taking the shade Dreamer. And I'm going to be using a flatter brush. I'm not really sure what this one's called, but it's also Wet n Wild. Tapping off the excess so it's not too dark. As you can tell, it's pretty dark right now. I'm just gonna be rubbing a little right there. I'm going to be taking that BH Cosmetics brush again and just blending the corner like that. Doing the same thing on the other side. Really pushing it into that outer corner. Like that. Then blending it. After that, I'm going to be taking this Too Faced palette I have. This was from Christmas a few years ago, and it's like my favorite palette. So much variety. I love the shade Turtle Dove. It's the perfect creamy white. So I'm going to be taking that and pressing that onto the lid. to be taking the shade Chocolate Wasted, tapping very lightly into this, and adding that to the outer corner. That, I'm just going back in with a little bit more Turtle Dove. When you apply color with your finger, it puts more pigment on. So I find that when I do a white shadow, I have to use my finger. Like that. So next, I'm going to be lining my waterline, which is up here, and I'm using the Chanel waterproof eyeliner. I'm not really sure how to say it, but I'll put it down in the description box. So this is waterproof, so it makes sure that it's not going to budge. Now I'm just moving on to the other side. After that, I'll be taking a different eyeliner. This is the Tarte Man Eater eyeliner, and I'm going to be going on the lid. I'm going to flick it out a little bit. To elongate the eye. Next, I'm going to be taking more of this Laguna bronzer and tapping that into the crease. Then I'm going to be taking a warmer shade in my Tartelette palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Force of Nature. And I'm also going to be tapping into Natural Beauty. I lined my tight line off camera because it was not a pretty sight. So next I'm going to be cleaning up under my eyes. I'm going to be using the Clinique Take the Day Off because the eyeshadow falls out. That's why I like to do my eyeshadow first due to the fallout. So you can see all of that came off. And you can also clean it up to make sure there's a nice sharp edge like that. So after that, I like to rinse with water as well. So now I'm just going to be doing my foundation routine. This is my Fenty Beauty Pro Matte Filter. Even though it says matte, I find that it makes my skin still look dewy and fresh, just not shiny. So I take 2 pumps of that, apply it like normal, all over the face. And the neck. After that, I'm taking my Tarte Maracuja Hydrator, and it's in the shade Light Sand. I love this because it makes me look glowy, but not greasy. Next, I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape in light neutral. In the photo, they also brought her crease color down under her eye. So I'm going to be doing that as well. And I'm taking the shade Dreamer from the Tartelette palette again with this Morphe brush. It doesn't have a number, but it looks like this. I'm going to be blending that out with my sponge. And it made a massive difference. After that, I will be setting my whole face with my Bare Minerals powder and this big fluffy brush from Tarte. After that, I'm going to be contouring with my Nars Laguna bronzer and my Wet n Wild contour brush. So I want to accentuate my cheekbone, so I'm going to be going a little higher. I'm going to actually go above my cheekbone. Like that. Also taking it all around the perimeters of my face. And then I'm taking my beauty blender once again to blend this so it doesn't look crazy. Since her skin looks really dewy, I'm going to be taking my highlighting palette and going in with the blush and bring it higher. Oh, and this is the Real Techniques contour brush, but I like to use it as a blush brush because I think it does a better job. So next, I'm bringing my beauty blender back to blend. And I'm just going to do a very subtle highlight. And I'm using my Tarte brush set again, and I'm mixing the top two shades. Next, I'm just brushing my eyebrows. And I want to add a little more warmth to the eyes. So I'm going to be adding this bronzer shade from my highlighting palette and just tapping it on the outer corner. This is adding a little bit of warmth. After that, I'm just going to do my mascara. I'm curling with the Eyeshadow curler. I recently discovered this Maybelline Lash Sensational serum, and I have been using it for a few months now, and I've noticed a big difference in my eyelashes growth. They look much longer and much healthier, so I'm applying that before my mascara. Afterwards, I'm taking my L'Oreal Voluminous base. And now my Sky High mascara. I noticed that she had a little inner corner highlight in the photo, so I'm going to be taking this shade and just tapping it in the inner corner like that. Next, I'm moving on to lips, and I think I found the exact combo. It's probably not the one that she used, but it looks just like it. So first, I'm lining my lips with my Maybelline Gone Greige, and it looks just like the color she used. I'm actually going to be using my beauty blender and tapping my lips so that they have a fresh, no wash of color. that. I'm going in with my MAC with Mariah Carey bit of Bubbly lipstick. Has a little butterfly on it, which is really cute. This is very nude, so I'm going back over it with my lip liner. And that is the final look. I hope you guys like this. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.